makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up, put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready.
Sir Markadoo here with Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Okay. Learn to increase your business. That's the topic today. There's a lot of little things going on with a lot of nitpicking stuff. Hope you tuned in early this morning. It looked like, I always try to look ahead to the future, right? There's things that are going on that, the increase is there. I have to really work a little harder. I need more time in the mornings. I don't know how this is going to affect. It's just, I'm going to a 30-minute format. So that means it's going to be quicker, faster. So you gotta be having your finger on the trigger, get ready to chime in and chime out. It's gonna be quick little pops, 30-minute blast until I change the format. On the platform. Because I think once I go to Blog Talk, and I'm going to be getting with Country Boy and Timmy, we'll get with them, and we'll stop blog talking. Now, when that happens, then we're going to have a little bit more input from the audience, because now the lines are not stuck to the computer. To see really what's going on. They want to be a part of the broadcast. They can be listening while they're on the road, and that's going to be much better. I think I'm going to get more into a somewhat of more of an interview platform where I'm going to help people around. I got business associates all over the place in different industries, and I want to be able to interview these people out of town, politicians, whatever it take, big business people, motivational speakers, to be able to communicate with them in ways that is more difficult to do with the internet. So, Country Boy, I'll be coming at you soon. I want to invite you in and really communicate with me, Mark, and myself, and really understand that platform so that other business associates can do it as well. I haven't even met him yet, but he's one of my associates already, and that's Timmy. I'll be meeting him soon. He's going to teach us sound bites, how to take a blog and sound bite it out there, man, and get paid. Okay, they're like little quick infomercial, 10 second, bam, bam, bam. And so that's going to be available to us soon. And this is part of the increase that I'm talking about. how to increase that your business. It's so many little ways to really increase your business. One of the ones I really want to talk about is when you have your product and your service, right? It's the follow through and the follow up that can really explode your business. And that's one of the ones I really want you to get tactical on. We come in contact with so many people. I tell people, look on your phone, but you got to know what you want to say to your business associates, right? And your customer base. You want to know exactly what you want to portray to them, and keep it in mind that you're in it to recruit. You know what? That's the deal. I mean, when God, just pressed upon me that if we're going to make since we're going to make the move to bless this nation, the rhetoric or the wording is got to be on point. We are in the recruiting business. I'm going to go back to the list in a minute. We are in the recruiting business. You have to know how crucial and how critical this word is. It is being used in a subliminal ways. It's incredible. They are recruiting our children in so many different ways. You heard me say this before. Our poor children, our poor babies are being recruited at an alarming rate. This is why we need to be more verbal about what we're doing when it comes to recruiting. You teach your recruits to recruit to help the business grow. This is the deal. When you have recruiters out there that's recruiting for your company, right? It's only going to help the recruits. It doesn't seem like at first, because look, watch this. You're telling this cat that you're selling to, look, you want to make some money? Because in a lot of instances, people are not going to get involved with business. They want to be just sold, right? But as soon as you get that recruit over to the other side, you get a percentage. You're still going to get a percentage. It doesn't matter. You know that business associate, that recruit, is coming in and they're buying something, let's say a burning oil for $2, right? But the company says, well, I'm going to give you a quarter of that for every bottle that's sold. But this guy is out there running. You got to let the recruits understand, teach your recruits that recruiting is a great thing. The company grows, then your percentages get better. I mean, now you're doing it the old-fashioned way. I mean, you're doing it the J. Paul Getty way, and that's the best way to do it, the J. Paul Getty way. Yes, Lord. Just to get a percentage. Just a 1 to 2, maybe, in that case, like 12.5%. That's crazy, man. I don't give a 10%. And you get 10% of everything that these your recruits are selling. That is, or buying. There you go. You get 10%. Even with 5%, You get 5% of everybody that you brought into the company. You're getting paid for that. It could be a running total. That's why, you know, QuickBooks or whatever one you're going to Quickens or whatever, which one you're going to use. That's why that system is set so that every time this recruit recruits somebody, that other recruit's name goes under this recruit's name. So this is the sales rep to this person. So the numbers don't lie. Just at the end of the month, you look at it, you calculate it, and then you give them their money. You give them their commissions right off the top. But if they realize they got like 20, 30, 40 people out there running, they're getting 5%, 10%, everything that this recruit buys. Oh my God. I mean, it just changes the game. Now you have more flex time to spend with your family, to spend with yourself, right? And you got this money that's residual income that's keep coming in. You know, to teach somebody they can get residual income, oh, that's how you grow a business. You got to be smart with that thing, right? I'm going to open up the line, 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. Now, if you look at the clock right now, you can see how quick 30 minutes could go by, right? And I just need a little bit more, because I know I do a lot of education stuff, right? So I know you're listening, right? But in that 30 minutes, I'm going to open up the lines early. I'm going to talk about the topic. You chime in, get it in, and we're in and out. And I go back to the warehouse and start pulling orders and helping my company grow. And I'm teaching myself so that when I'm ready to recruit employees, that they're back on the scene. They know what they're doing. They know the sense of urgency, how I'm doing it. It's going to be incredible. Now, going back to that list, let me tell you something. I've been in I did multi-level marketing for probably, let me see, 25, oh, about 25, that's 10, that's 20, probably about 25, about 20, I'd say about 30 years, about 25 to 28 years, something like that. I started with Amway, and I, always had that, that multi-level type of flavor to me. And that's why it's so easy for me to teach it, how to recruit and get these recruits in, right? But let me tell you something about lists, though. You gotta understand the importance of a list. I don't care if you're dealing with a 14, 15-year-old. I told my son the other day, I said, son, you're gonna have to be a prolific, if you're gonna make money, a prolific recruiter. I let him know that. I said, look, son, you want to get into gaming, right? You want to get into gaming. You want to get into building apps and all this stuff, right? You want to get into video production. You're going to have to recruit people to spend money with you. You still got to use technology. Man, we had a business associate here yesterday, and he was dropping knowledge on us. And I mean, I already knew it. He was saying, especially us that have children, he said, the thing is that fathers or mothers that start their business, they teach their children so they'll have something, legacy to leave behind, but the child has to build the company even more. Because after a while, I'm going to only do so much. I'm going to do what I know, and then all of a sudden, the child or the young adult or whoever it is, your offspring, if they're in the business, it's their job to increase that thing. You know, and when I heard it coming from another source, it's just awesome. That's why, you know, I tell people all the time, let me speak to you as a child. I'll talk to them. Just to give them enough encouragement to let them know that this is their life, this is a legacy. I spoke to Mark this morning, and I told him, I said, we're only here for a short period of time, man. You don't know when God says it's time to punch that clock one last time, hit that clock and you're out of here. I told him, I said, what is it that you want, you know, the world to know? Just like anybody. Anybody. What I want the world to know about me is what my son and my wife and whoever says about me. This was the greatest, prolific, grassroots marketing campaign joker they have ever seen in their life. Put it on my tombstone. He loved people. I mean, because, I mean, look, you can't, I can't do what I do if I don't love people, man. I'm telling you, because the flip side to it is being selfish as nobody's business. 404-286-6700. This is the day. I'm telling you, I'm going through a 30-minute format. I'm not trying to coerce you into a call, but I'm just saying, this is it. I'm going to a 30-minute session. You know, I was speaking to my wife this morning. I said, it's just like it's time. I said, you know, an hour's a long time. A lot of people, I told her, a lot of people can't do it. I love it. But I just want to get a different platform. Once we get into that blog talk, it'll be a lot different. We'll be able to communicate. But I proceeded to tell him, I said, it's your legacy that's going to be left behind. And I told him I wanted to make sure that people know my name before I get out of here, you know? And I want to make sure that if God gives me more time, if he wants me to have more time on this planet, we going to see people building legacies left and right. One of my partners is getting his package today, and it's gonna be nasty down there. It's gonna be bananas. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. It's just like when I did it with Patrick. I couldn't wait till he saw. I knew he was gonna sell that first package. You know, we've been selling those $25 packages. You know, I think what is it, three burners? Yeah, 3 burners and 6 burning oils. We've been selling those, but but I feel that the one that I'm really gonna get them with is the $100 package. I done shifted that thing. I got 12 burners and 36 burning oils. Oh my God! I sent one out yesterday. I just know once we keep pumping it up, it's on. Hold on, please. Call you on there.
Top of the morning, brother.
Hey, what's up, Big Daddy?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling awesome. Oh my
Absolute.
God. Oh my God. I feel so great, man. I can't stand it. You know, because you know, let me tell you why, Keith. It's the things that I've been talking about. It's the people power. It's the love that I have for and the compassion that I have for, excuse me, hold on. Cha-cha, this sir. Good morning, I'm on the air right now, but I'll call you as soon as I get off, okay? All right, man. It's the compassion and the passion that I have to know that it is gonna change right now. I don't have to wait till I die. I know that I'm touching people in a way that when they understand, when you deal with your legacy, and your legacy will be etched in cement once everybody understands the recruiting methods, because they are recruiting our children at an alarming rate, and we have a chance to flip it all around. That's what drives me. That's what drives me. And you told me yesterday, you was talking to some of your recruits, right?
Uh-huh.
You was talking about some of what were you saying last night? I spoke to you last night, and you were saying about some of your recruits. One of them did something.
Oh yeah, like one of my salespeople, we had basically recruited 2 people to work underneath him. So he got 2 people that's working underneath him now. So, you know, so he heard the message in my last meeting that I had with him. You know, because I've just been echoing to my people the exact same message that you're preaching right now about, you know, changing the platform, you know, become a little bit more structured and just understanding the value of the time slot that you got and getting the most out of it, you know? So,
it's all timing.
That's basically where I'm at.
It's timing.
Yeah, that's right. Everything is timing.
I want to ask you something though. I want to ask you something, Keith. Because I'm trying to envision it, but I need to just really share with me how did that make your sales rep feel? I mean, what kind of energy did he have? A subdued energy, uplifted energy? What was it?
At what point? At what point?
When he found that he said, "Man, I recruited 2 people." How did that make him feel? You know?
Hey man, you know what? I was you know, now here's the thing, right? We weren't in person when he told this to me because I was at the hospital with my grandmother. He texted to me, but when he told me that, inside, man, I just felt like something just was bubbling inside of me, I guess like excitement, and I immediately texted him back, and I told him, I said, man, you know, that's awesome news, and I told him how happy I was and that I was excited for him.
Yes.
You know, because I already know what that feels like. You know, I read the J. Paul Getty book. You know, I know what it feels like to get a percentage of what other people are making, even when I'm sitting at the hospital with my grandmother.
Come on, preacher.
Like,
come on.
So I tell my salespeople, I say, if you really want to win, you have to recruit and you have to have people under you so you can have more of life to enjoy.
Jesus.
You don't always want to be running. You want to give other people the opportunity to run.
There you go. You said it. You said the word. You're giving other people opportunity. That is key. It's key. You're the bomb.
I'm gonna tell you something. Also, Brother Mac, what I've been paying attention to about the psyche of people. Most people, right? Most people have a psychological state of conditioning that gravitates to losing.
Whoa.
See, most people have a defeatist mindset. Now, they won't acknowledge that to you directly, but when you're a winner and when you're a proactive person and when you're about action, all you got to do is watch them and watch how they are receptive to progressive thinking, proactive thinking, and getting things done.
They don't react to it.
Man, let me tell you something. I was talking to a buddy of mine, right? Now, actually, I played ball with this guy in college, right? Now, he has a relationship with a former teammate of ours, right? Who's just, I mean, you can get this dude $1 million and 6 months later he's going to be broke. Look, he's not only going to be broke, he's going to be in debt.
Damn.
But from time to time, he still hooks up with his brother, and they go and do things. So every time, now consequently, right, this brother, he runs one of the largest, like AAU basketball camps in the Midwest.
Wow.
Right? So I'm always talking to the one that I mean, because both of them are teammates, but I'm only in communication with one of them.
Yes.
So, but I'm constantly telling my partner, right, my former teammate, about, hey man, that's a huge opportunity for you guys to make that bigger. I said, man, now you guys need to add up a mentoring program.
Wow.
But every time I give him a suggestion about how to make that thing bigger, he always says, man, well, you know, that's Lou and his mindset not for that, and he's not gonna be open to. I mean, he shoots it down before he even tries it.
Lord Jesus.
So last night I asked him, I said, so tell me this here, bro. I said, let's take Lou out the picture. I said, now, if this guy, right, if this guy has a problematic personality and he has a propensity to just jack it off at any chance he gets, you tell me, what business is it that you have with a loser?
Damn.
A guy who's always failing. I said, what are you doing with him?
Wow.
He's like, well, man, I use him for what I can use him for. I said, so exactly. I say, so what I'm telling you right now, I say, if he's in a position where you can capitalize off of it, what are you hating on? I said, only thing he has to do is do what he can do, and then I said, then you manage it. You take it from there. But he's just trying to push off his life. He's trying to give his destiny to somebody else. It's just excuses, man.
Yes.
I'm not having it from nobody.
I know it.
I don't get no excuses from nobody. If you can do better, do better.
Lord,
you telling me what somebody else not going to do. You do what you can do, and you play the game to win. I don't hear nothing about you just, man, that's real crap, bro, when people be talking like that. But he can't hear himself, but I'm going to make him hear himself.
Oh, yeah. See,
talk to me.
That's why I love you, and that's why I love me, you know? Because if we don't train our children to challenge the mindset of other people, we're done. But see, the deal is, it's changing. You put a seed in him as big as my fist, because that's a tough nut to crack, and you cracked that thing. You cracked it, because he's going to take he has to take another look into his own soul. He has to. You challenged his soul, and you did it. You did it.
I just pay attention to how people be talking, Brother Mac, and a lot of people don't want to win. They're scared. They are afraid of being a champion. They're afraid of truly shining.
Wow.
Because you know why? Because they understand in order to become a star, be it the star in the sky or star that walks the earth, you have to go through the process.
Yes.
You have to pay the price.
You gotta work.
You gotta work. And you know what? A lot of people just lazy and they don't want to do it.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, when you just get down to it, just say it. Just say you don't want to win. Say that you're not willing to pay the price to ride on this particular vehicle. Just
Lord
say it,
have mercy. You know something? I like that. Because if you just tell people, just say it. Just go ahead. And I'm going to start using that. I'm going to look at a person while I'm talking to them, but they talking negative. I said, why don't you just go ahead and say that you're a loser? Just say it. Say I'm a loser and I don't want nothing better than what I'm doing. Just say it. It's easy to say it than to pretend that you're a winner.
Absolutely. Look, let the world know that you're a coward.
It's easy.
Yourself. Say it to yourself. Say to yourself, I'm a coward. Quit lying, man. Quit lying. Quit lying.
Oh, this is heavy, man.
That's why people run from the gym, man. That's why. That's why people run from the gym.
Yep.
Because you know why? It's uncomfortable. But what they don't understand is that through the periods and moments of being uncomfortable, you are growing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You are growing.
Yes.
You are growing. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the reason why, you know, God told Peter when Peter asked for the last stone to be removed from his side, he said, no, my man. My grace has been sufficient. Because, see, God knows through pain, trials, and tribulations, we learn.
Yes.
And God knows that it has our absolute attention.
Lord, that
because we're going through it. And you're paying attention to every detail.
Yes.
That's what, when the wind blowing and you sipping on lemonade, hey, man, people carrying all the furniture out your house, they're robbing you blind. You're not paying attention. Because you're sapping in the spoils of war, you know, but it's a purpose for discomfort and pain.
Yes.
I've learned that.
Man, could you imagine where you would be right now if you didn't push through all the negative stuff that happened to you along the way? Because you can't sit here, I know for a fact, you can't sit here and tell me you cruised into where you at right now.
Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what, brother?
What?
Where I'm at right now, I thank God for it. Not tell people, man. What I've been through, I said it took me going through those things for me to become the person that I have become right now. And I know that I need to constantly be at work.
Yes,
and
sir.
I don't know nothing else. I know that.
Yes. Yes. Mark said to me the other day, he said, man, you came a long way. And now I know what I kind of knew it. I didn't get deep with him, but I think with just the time that we spent together. I mean, because there was a time when I came out of a marriage and I was just angry. I was just angry, man. You know, and it wasn't the angry, it wasn't like this outer angry. It was like you could see, but I was still working through it. I was still working through it. I was angry about it, and then I just got better at it. I got smoother at it. Things got a little bit better. And then, boom, some things dropped. But then I started building up. And I never stopped fighting. That was it. That's the whole premise of what we're talking about. Never. I never surrender. Never. Never in the name of God. I'll never surrender. I said, no way. God didn't send me through all this to be a failure. There's no way. There's no way. I knew God didn't send me. I got through the drugs. I started this company with $96. And I know what I got back there. And I know God didn't send me through all that to come out to the end and say, man, shut the doors. Forget everything, you know? God was like saying, if you don't get back in there and start swinging them axes and swinging those baseball bats and get back in there and suffer just a little bit more, but you'll be all right. And I did it. I did it. Now I got my voice back. I started this program, and I knew, I said, once he gave me key information, he said, now use this to get my point across. And I'm here, baby. I'm here, and I'm letting everybody know. If you want to advance your game, you're gonna have to bring more people into your fold. And one of the greatest ways to do it, baby boys and baby girls, is you got a list. You got business cards. You got a list of people. You begin to call and you touch every single last one of them until you can't do it no more. And I guarantee your numbers are going to go up. It's impossible to fail. And while you're going through every list, keep in mind that you're on a recruiting mission. Period. That's where the money's at. That's where the big money's at, baby. It's in the recruiting. And you got to keep in mind that if they're recruiting our children at an alarming rate, then we got to fight. And we got to fight, not just to fight, but we got to fight to win. That's the deal. No, we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to see our nation of children take that turn upward. We're going to see with our own eyes before the dust and the dirt hit our face. Period. That's it. And you teach it, you preach it, you do whatever you got to do. And you got to I tell your children, say, you got to go out and find powerful people just like you. And if you can't find them, then you develop them. That's it. That's it. You like that, huh?
That's it, man.
You can't find them, develop them. Because you got to win at all costs. So you got to use whatever you got to use at your disposal, and that means throwing God, Jesus, Moses, whatever you got to throw at them to bring them into the loop. That's it. And you might have to use the devil once in a while to get him in there. Say, look what the devil's doing to you. Right?
That's a fact. That's a fact right there.
Yep.
That is a fact.
That's what you did to that dude. That's what you did to that dude. So you said, look what the devil's doing to you.
That is a fact. You know, the beautiful thing about everyone's life is that, see, all of us are trees that produce fruits. All of us. And our fruits are basically the results of our present lives.
Lord have mercy.
So if you like the life you're living, right, if you're enjoying it, then guess what? You must be good somewhere at the roots. You got a nice tree.
Absolutely.
But if you are unhappy with your life, if you are unhappy with the results of your life, if you are unhappy with the house you live in, the car you drive, your mating life, your relationship with family and friends, guess what? You need to go change the roots.
There you go. Pull up the weeds.
Yeah. It's not a problem with the people. It's a problem with the roots.
Absolutely. You got to irrigate. You got to irrigate. Get the weeds out of there, the clutter, get some, so you can get that brush out of the way, clean up your area, and then you say, okay, now I'm going to start fresh.
And then sometimes you have to do what they call a transplant.
Ooh.
Because see, they say that we are products of our environment, right? So one day I was just pondering on that, and I was like, well, man, I said, well, I'm in control of my environment. So I said, so the people that I talk to on the phone, that's my environment.
Yep.
The type of television shows that I watch on TV, that's my environment.
Come on now.
My social media that I'm involved with, the content that I'm reading or that I'm posting, that's my environment.
Yep.
What I eat is my environment. Where I work is my environment. What I do is my environment. So everything that I basically put myself into is my environment.
You did it. You created it.
Absolutely. So guess what? When you have things in your environment that are not conducive to your success, that are not conducive to positive growth, like you said, you got to do some weeding, or sometimes you have to just do it. Just uproot yourself from a particular place and situation and go plant yourself somewhere where it's fertile ground.
That makes a lot of sense to me right there. And I did that. I was in Boston, and I mean, that environment was not conducive to the outcome that I was looking for. So I said, bye-bye. I'm going south. And that's exactly what I did. I rerouted myself.
And you know, I was thinking one day also, right? And see, we all have to be, number one, you got to be God conscious. And God always wants us to be in situations where we prosper and we grow. So if you surrounded yourself around things and people that are not God-like, you should not feel bad or feel guilty or even be angry leaving them in that situation.
Oh,
you should be happy. You should wish them well, you know, and wish yourself well and be happy packing as you leave. Say, hey, it's been great. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time you've given me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to cherish the good memories that we had.
Absolutely.
Because it makes no sense to bring the negativity with you. Leave it right there.
Lord have mercy.
And bring it with you. And see, a lot of us, what we do is that we take that negative energy and that negative luggage and we bring it not into our present, we bring it all the way into the future. And it's like, that is what we see in our future. And you do that by saying, well, I don't want to be in love again because this last person that didn't do me wrong. I don't want to ever trust again because that last person. Hey, man, that last person is just that. It is that person. It's not people. It's that person.
Right. And but see, you also put it on your lips. Said that last one. You know, that means that's the last one. You ain't going through that no more.
That's right.
I've been married 5 times, legally. But I never gave up. I found the treasure that I was looking for. I was just digging holes and trying to find my treasure, right?
Yeah.
I said, but this is the last one I'm digging, right here. I dug it up and put me a nice flower in there. And I said, watch this bloom, right?
Then too, you have to understand something, right?
Uh-huh.
You also in those five previous marriages, you also had the time and the experience to cultivate yourself.
Absolutely.
Because see, in order to coexist with a flower, you have to become a flower.
Absolutely. And it's happening every day. It's getting better and better. And what does this have to do with the building of how to build wealth? It has everything to do with it. Mm-hmm. Because everything that we change, we change our environment. That's what happens. See, that's why I said, if we're recruiting, if we're using our list, we're using the phone book to find you some recruits. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta change the environment within first and then outward. You know? And sometimes you might have to do it outward first. Just remove yourself from a situation because you said, you know what? My future is determined by how I move and where I move. And that's it. That's it. It's determined. Right. That young man that did those 2 recruits, when you begin to pay him residual income from the hard work he's putting forth, he's going to be what we call a trendsetter or a pace setter. Okay? Now we're going to use that young man to get some more and to show your other sales reps, this is how you do business. This is real business. You go find you some accounts.
Absolutely.
That work for you, that work with you. Never use for, use that word with, y'all. If you got to find some recruits that's going to work with you in your advancement, that's how you build your company.
Right.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's you're right. That's definitely important.
Absolutely. We got Q. Mel Q comes on. Q's coming up here, I think today and tomorrow, and it's on. It's on. We're making a commitment to use this facility to recruit other young people. We're gonna use food. We're giving away clothes. shoes, and to show people that there's people that really, really care in the community. And we're going to talk about increase and how to start their own business while they're eating. While they're eating, their minds, they're right there. We're not going to feed them and then sit them down. We're going to sit them down with some food so we have their undivided attention.
Yeah, and you know that right there is important. You know, I can remember talking to an associate of mine who was participating in some type of nonprofit work, and like every year they had an annual something was going on. Like I can't really even remember who it was or what they were doing, but I know that all that they were doing was just feeding people. See, was just feeding people and just giving them things. You know?
Yes.
And I told him, I said, man, I said, at some point in time, right, if y'all really, really want to help these people, y'all need to teach them how to hunt and feed themselves.
Yes.
Because see that is part of what has us in the slavery mentality that we're in right now. Mm-hmm. So slavery and domestication, it's all the same thing. It's just like the pet. You know, if you got a pet, the pet sit there and wait for the master to come home and before he eats.
Lord,
you know what I mean? He's going to break out and go hunt and kill and find, go do something for him or herself or itself. So, and you see us, we become that way, you know?
Yes.
We've been so conditioned and domesticated.
Lord,
just sit around waiting for the government, you know, waiting for your check, you know, waiting for the boss to tell you the thing, man. I mean, hey,
it's terrible. It's terrible. But see, I don't you just feel that kind of that change coming? It's gonna be hard now because we used to hard. We ain't never been. I ain't been one of those ones that ran away from hard, you know. But it's gonna be awesome to change the landscape. Can you imagine some of them, like that brother you was talking about? He didn't want to pitch in. He's just waiting for something. Just use the guy any way he can to get whatever he wants. But can you see that guy changing the way he thinks, and you was a direct result of that?
Hey, brother. I believe that it's there in him, but his layers are thick. But I'm not really concerned about the thickness of his layers. Mm-hmm. What only matters to me is that I be consistent and persistent in who I am.
Absolutely. And he's going to notice that, you know.
Yeah.
He's going to realize that. But can you imagine breaking that mold for people that just stuck? They're stuck like Chuck.
Man, look, I was listening to this YouTube video this morning before you came on, and it's called TNT Rocks the Earth. And it's dealing with, you know, the magic of believing and the power of mental imaging and things like that. Mm-hmm. And this guy in his video, he was talking about the knock technique that they use in marketing and advertising. And it's the constant knocking, it's the constant repetition of knocking that ultimately breaks down walls and open doors that are
hold that dot, beloved. Hold that dot, beloved. Call you on the air.
Hey, sir.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, this burner, do you know what day this week Mark gonna get some more burners?
We got him in now. But I'm on.
You got him in now?
Yeah, we got him in. You come on in. We're on the air right now.
Oh, okay.
Come on in. All right, sis. All right, please. Okay, beloved. Tell me that again now. Okay, what's the name of it?
It's called TNT Rocks the Earth.
P as in Paul?
No, T as in Tom, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom. Rocks the Earth.
Rocks the Earth. Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So they were just talking about the power of consistency and repetition.
Yes.
And like this, it's the repeated pounding of a hammer on the head of a nail that ultimately drives it into the wood or into
Lord
what
mercy
it's going into.
Yes.
See, it's the constant dripping, right, of a faucet that ultimately overflows a tub or whatever the basin is that it's dripping into.
Yes.
And it's an athlete's constant repetition of training that ultimately elevates his skill set to a level of mastery where he or she, performs at a like state.
Yes.
So it'll be us constantly, presenting, teaching, and keeping before us the 5 disciplines of international, marketing and recruiting that ultimately is going to build the team. You see?
Yes.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I was already doing what you're preaching before I came into contact with you, but guess what? But I found a better way of how to do it, and I'm doing it more effectively and more conscious now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm thankful, man. I'm appreciative of this mission and this journey.
Yes.
That's going on. That's going on. That's taking place right now.
It's going to get easier.
I've become better.
It's on YouTube. It's going to get easier, man. And just like I'm not really focused on old boy, but if you made a decision to continue to work with him, it's that same consistency and persistency that begins to change one's thought processes. And like I do, you need all the soldiers you can get. The old ones and especially the young ones. You gotta have them soldiers.
You know what? We know one thing, Brother Mac. At the end of the day, I have a simple question to ask anybody. I say, are you happy with the current fruits that you eat? Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly. Are you happy with that car you driving out there? Are you happy with that woman or that man you with? Are you happy with your living arrangement?
Wow.
When you look at your bank account, are you happy? Because you know one thing, when you got it together, when you own and popping, hey man, you would meet the mailman at the door when he's bringing the bill. Because he's like, hey man, bring it on in and put that to the side. Because that's done already.
Yes.
It's 2-3 days work. It's done.
Wow.
It's done. Don't be worried about bills when you got it on and popping.
Absolutely.
Look, you're not worried about breaking down when you got reliable transportation, when you got your money right, your mind right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. When you got the right mate, you're not worried about who they're talking to on the phone. You're not worried about if they say they're going to lunch with a friend. You're not worried about that.
Nope.
You comfortable. You
confident.
Y'all worked on something.
You're confident.
Absolutely.
You're confident that what you made it happen is what it is.
Absolutely.
You created it.
That's right.
When you got 2-3 years of all your bills paid in reserve, that's power. But you made that happen. That was your fault.
That's right.
So everything else that's happening is your fault.
That is right there, brother. That is right there.
Who you gonna blame in the end anyway?
Man.
You gonna blame God for all your misfortunes? Hey, listen here. When you complain, I tell people like this, you complaining, right, that this and that is going wrong. You blame your mother, you blame your father, you blaming everybody for your personal defects of character, right? And then when you succeed at something, who you blaming then?
Right.
You blame your mother, you blame your father, you blaming the earth, you blaming everybody on the planet because you're successful? No. You start thinking one person, that's God, right? So if you got a bunch of misfortune, you can blame the devil for that. It's the within. It's the devil within or the God within. Which one are you serving? Whose report will you believe? I will believe in the report of the Lord. Because if the devil's dishing it, you know, you gotta believe in the report of the devil. Whose report will you believe? You like that? I can always know you like something.
Yeah, because that devil thing is something, you know. But I'm thinking in my mind, well, the devil can't do anything that we don't co-conspire with him to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
See, because you know one thing, right? If the devil pull up in a hot car, you have to make a decision if you want to get in that car with him and go for a ride.
Yes, Lord. Oh my God.
Until you're able to develop the discipline and say, nah, I'm a man, I'm going to pass, I'm going to walk. I got another ride coming to get me.
That's right. Or like you said, just say, no thank you.
No thank you.
Because there's a better ride coming.
Man, what?
If you just hold on.
Absolutely.
How much that was? There's a better ride coming. That's why I said about the bus. They said there's another bus right around the corner. It always comes one every 15 to 20, 30 minutes. Now, if you see a bunch of thugs on there, you look down the aisle, you say, I ain't going in now. I ain't going with this one. Because you know what you're going to get.
That's right.
You like that one, didn't you? You say, I'll pass. No, that's all right, sir. I'll catch the next one.
Yeah.
You like that?
Hey, look, you better, because soon as you pull off and turn that block, you see them blue lights behind you.
Yes, sir.
You got a whole other situation going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, you ever flag something down like a cab and you said, nah, I'll catch the next one? I've done that before.
Oh, absolutely.
I looked in there. I said, I said, it's okay.
I do it at restaurants. See, if a waiter or a server come out and they have a negative disposition, either I'm going to get up and leave or I'm going to speak to the manager and say, hey, man, I need to be seated in another section.
That's it.
Because I refuse to allow someone to serve me with a disgruntled disposition.
Yes, Lord.
I'm not having, I ain't got to settle for nothing. Nothing. When people come out and ask me and say, you want this kind or that kind? I say, I want both.
There you go.
I want both. Because I'm not settling. You're not going to just give me anything. I want the best.
There you go. Bring me both of them, then I'll decide.
Absolutely.
Boy, this is a good broadcast this morning. You know, I want to leave us definitely on the mindset that recruiting is the key, but you gotta use your list. We all got them. We got that list. Get those old business cards out. Get those lists together. They done it in multi-level marketing. Why? Because it works.
That's right.
Because it works. So get your list together. Keith, take us out with some humor or some knowledge.
Man, you know, just start where you stand. You know, start where you stand. And going back to something you said some programs ago, if you're not happy with the results that you're getting, you have to basically get yourself a person in your life that, as you say, a mentor, who can basically help provide you the knowledge that's necessary so that you can begin to walk in a necessary pattern and blueprint that's going to bring you to a destination called success.
There it is.
If you're out here just wandering around, you're going to end up in this place called, you know,
yes,
Alice in Wonderland.
I appreciate that, Keith. God bless y'all. We're getting ready to clock out. Remember, we're not going to be on tomorrow. We got tomorrow off. We're not going to be here tomorrow. So just have an awesome Wednesday. Have an awesome day. Get ready for some interviews. I got some interviews coming in today. God bless you and your family. Stay strong. Peace.